Hello, I'm Johnny Chaffin from Collins Manufacturing and Jeffco, and today we're going to talk about the procedure necessary to change out the blower motor on our box dryers. The dryer we'll be using today is the J316. This process also works for the J316X, the Collins Comfort Air 2000, and the Collins Hotspot 2100B. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that our dryer is unplugged so we don't have a chance of being electrocuted, and then we'll start with the back removal. The only tools you should need is a number 2 Phillips. These 2 screws allow us access to the back. You want to hang on to all your hardware. Now the back slides down and out. Now, this is our blower motor. It's held in by 3 screws. There's a 4th screw on the Collins models that you may have to take out, but some of the later ones do not have that. Notice that the first screw I'm taking out is a self-tapping type screw. That one goes, that's what holds the dust cover in. The other 2 are machine screws that hold the motor in. They're the actual motor mount screws. Now we also have to remove the ground, so that all the grounds come to a central point. I'm going to make sure you get all these wires back on this bolt when we get through. I'll start that back on the nut. Just start it on right now so we don't lose it. Our motor should be ready to lift out. Now we've got to disconnect. This wire just came disconnected because I'd loosened it earlier. But these are the 2 wires that bring power to the unit. So they unplug. And then we need to take these screws out and the washers, because we'll need those for the new motor. Now one thing we'll take a minute to point out, I'm going to turn this motor over. And this is the blower wheel on the standard J316 and on the Collins Comfort Air 2000. This is the blower wheel that's on the J316X, the extra hot. Now on the J316 extra hot, occasionally you'll hear somebody say that the fan's making a lot of noise. It could be that this has just come loose. It may not actually be a blower wheel problem. So that's a good place to check. Take the motor out, make sure the set screw's tight. Also, if you're replacing the motor on a J316X, it'd be a good idea to check that set screw and make sure it's snug before you put the unit together to save you trouble down the road. So we'll go ahead and set these aside. Now we're ready to reinstall our new motor. First thing we'll do is, before we set it in place, is make sure that we firmly attach the 2 leads. Plug all the way in. And you can test them, make sure they're tight. And we're going to carefully put this back down in the hole. You have to kind of keep the wiring out of your way. First thing I'm going to do is line up the hole in the dust cover and use one of the self-tapping screws to put it back in so that it'll stay where I want it. I'm just going to start it for now. Then I'm going to take my motor mount screws, and they have to feed through the rubber, through this little dust shield, and down into the box. I'm trying to get it through the rubber part, so help me guide it down here. Get that one started. Start the one on the bottom. Now the last thing we need to do is go back and make sure we reattach our new ground. We're going to tighten it down firmly. Now all of our connections are made. There's nothing in the way of the fan. I can rotate the fan freely so I know it's mounted properly. Reinstall our back. We'll put the 2 screws at the back, and then we're done. We're ready to plug it up and do a test run. Thank you very much.